Meet us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. Hey guys, meet LG Aka. This is the world's first smartphone with the eye built on. Well, that's an interesting concept. We definitely can see that this is not exactly intended for the adults. Probably for the young adults, but mostly for the teenagers. All right, so let's take a look at it. It's got a pair of eye over here on the display. Yay! Aside from that, the most noticeable thing of this phone is, of course, the cover over here. This, as you can see, resembles mostly to the TI-83 or the TI calculators that you can just pull open and just flip it back, and there you have it. It's a cover. All right, so when it's closed, it's got a pair of eye, and this eye does a lot of things, like you swipe to the left, it looks to the left, to the right, ups and down, of course, and when it's plugged in with the headphones, it's got headphones, and when you shake it, it gets that eye. All right, interesting. Aside from this cover, it's basically a mid-range LG smartphone with the 5 inches of a 720p display, speaker, and the front-facing camera, LG logo, and nothing on the left nor right. There is a headphone jack on the top with the subsidiary microphone and the micro USB port with the speaker. And back we got a camera with the up, down, and the power key. This is a typical LG back key with the LED flash and LTE logo and Aka logo over here. And overall, this is actually a very well-balanced design. This is very interesting that LG has built such a nice design and adapted this to a very niche market kind of phone. This is actually very well-balanced, and it feels really nice on your hand, and the color is actually amazing. I can't believe that LG has done this. It's amazingly designed. Battery cover is detachable. You can take the battery cover off, and what you'll find is a 2610 milliamps of battery. The battery capacity is actually pretty high, but LG doesn't seem like it's good with managing the battery life. For the screen on time, it manages about 4 hours on the full LTE network, so that's not a lot. There's a micro SD card slot along with the micro SIM card slot, so you can expand that if you're not happy with the internal memories. All right, aside from little cover over here that does not prove itself any useful, of course, when the cover is on, you can just slide a little bit down to check the time and notification if you have any. But that's pretty much it. Of course, you can take a selfie as well by tapping the volume down key on the bottom, and it's going to turn into a selfie mode. There you have it. Those are little few functions that you can have with the cover. I really didn't like it attached all the time because the back cover feels really nice with the scratch resistant pattern on the back, and it feels just way better without the cover. The internals of the Aka is pretty much the standard LG. It's got a 5 inches of a 720p display. That's not exactly the best, especially the colors of the red or the purplish tones are very washed out. So this is almost identical to the G3S or the G3 Beat or Mini if you would prefer. So it's not the best display in town, especially the color-wise. The brightness actually was fine. The software has a few gimmicks Aka related. There's a little Aka icon over here. You can tap on that to launch the Aka functions. They actually provide the 3D animation based on their characters, but sadly enough, they don't exactly look very appealing. So that's one thing that got a disappointment. But aside from that, it's a typical LG phone. It comes with an Android 4.4. Further update has not been announced yet, but probably they're going to update it. LG seems like they're updating their software. They're pushing it really hard, so probably they're going to come with the Lollipop. But the interface-wise, it's almost identical to the G3S or the G3 lineups that we've seen. It does come with the Snapdragon 400 processor that we have seen over here. Snapdragon 400 and 1.5 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of storage, with available a bit shorter than that. It's a typical mid-ranger, and LG seems like they've done a nice job at maintaining the Snapdragon 400. Let me switch the launcher over here. It loads up web pages pretty fast, and their web browsers are actually really neat. You can scroll with your 2 fingers to get the bottom of the page, or vice versa. And especially the multitasking over here, you can pinch in to make it bigger or smaller. That was actually nice. LG has removed this for the Lollipop update, but for the KitKat, this is a very nice touch. Battery was okay, as I said. The camera actually has the focusing that they have started from the LG G3, the laser autofocus, and it works pretty well. And for this price range, the camera quality wasn't actually bad at all. Sound was actually pretty good. Speaker was a bit of a disappointment, but overall, this is just a generic LG smartphone. But the thing over here is, it seems like LG has definitely targeted this phone for the teenagers, probably the elementary schoolers, mid schoolers. I don't think high schoolers are going to like this, but for those age targets, it seems like they did a great job. Not really sure how much of the appeal that they're going to get from this eye functionality, especially when the cover is nowhere from being handy or useful. This is definitely a gimmicky function, and this turns out to be very annoying when you really want to use it. This does give you some kind of protection, but whenever you want to use it, you have to pull it back and slide it back over. And it's easy to lose. It's just like the stylus as Steve Jobs has put. You take it out, you use it, you lose it. So I preferred it a lot without the cover, and without the cover, this is just an LG smartphone with the mid-range specs, but overall design, as I mentioned from the first place, is pretty well done. It's probably the most well-balanced design LG phone that I recently have seen. So it's an okay phone. It's not exactly the most amazing phone, but design-wise, it's a very good LG phone. It's almost identical as the LG G3s, so there isn't much to talk about. This is not available anywhere else than Korea, so if you want to get your hands on it, you'll have to probably look at the importers. Not really sure if it's worth that much of compensation, but this pretty much is a well-built phone. But it's not exactly that worth of all your money and everything. It's just an okay phone. Alright, so that was LG Aka. Unless you really want this snappy cover that you find on the TIs, it's hardly recommendable for the adults. But the phone itself was actually pretty good. So that was LG Aka, and I was Phil from the KG, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.